Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and you like crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, today we're going to be taking a really interesting look at what is going on in the markets today for crypto. There is a lot of things going on that leads you to believe that things are pretty bearish, but in reality, that's not necessarily true. The prices certainly are not looking good today. And there's, maybe some FUD news, maybe some stuff, going on. I'm getting a lot of stories about potential bad things coming down the pipeline, but I don't think they're true necessarily. I think there's a lot of FUD coming out right now. We are going to take a look. We're going to take a look at a very interesting formation that is playing out on the markets that people have been pointing out all weekend. And we could definitely be seeing it. A lot of people think we do have to drop a little bit further, not below 41K or below 42K, but we certainly could drop a little bit down below. So we'll see what happens with that. But, here's the main thing. We still have a lot of people out there talking about what is going on with these lengthening cycles. A lot of people talking about this today. And I want to give you guys something that you may not have considered about this, which is this. When you look at that theory on its own and where Bitcoin could be heading to, it looks great, sounds great, everything like that. We do have the camera way above my head today. People say I look short today, but I am still taller than the Bitcoin statue. I am 5'10", by the way. So the point here is, though, in all reality, to get back to this serious topic, is for this to occur, for Bitcoin to peak in 2022, in late 2022 or 2023, something a lot of you guys are not considering is what's going to be going on with the rest of the economy. What's going on with the rest of the world? What's going on with, the United States economy specifically? What's going on with the stock market? I want you guys to think about this, and I talk about this on a video with Carl coming out on his channel, later on this week. So you guys make sure to check that out. We go much more detail about it. But you've got some of the smartest, richest people in the world selling off right now. Do you think that usually, including the person of the year, Elon Musk, who tricked you into making you believe that you made a decision for him to sell his stock? What a smart guy. You think he didn't know what the result of that poll was going to be? Do you think Elon Musk sells off 10% of his stock whimsically?
No.
You think Jeff Bezos sells his stock off whimsically? Do you think Warren Buffett is sitting on more cash than he's ever been sitting on before whimsically?
Nope.
So I think if we were to go and we were to talk about, next year and what's happening with the overall markets, I think most people would agree that it doesn't look bright for the rest of the markets.
No.
So
one more thing I wanted to throw in on that similar idea. We also have record number of big top tech CEOs and major players within organizations stepping down from the CEO title. A lot of times that's to liquidate a lot of stock without setting off alarm bells.
Yeah, so people are saying they're selling off stock because of taxes. Did they do it last year?
Mm-mm.
No.
There's more large stock sell-offs going on right now than we've seen in a long time. A lot of big billionaires with very convenient divorces that force them to liquidate a lot of stocks without people freaking out because they say they have to. But, there's a trend here.
There is a trend. So we're going to be looking at that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, everybody's feeling very bearish right now, and I'm still not, but I'm not feeling, particularly great. We're trying to give you guys the angle on how all this still happens, and we hope that it will. And, we're definitely not, we're not selling anything that we have on hand, but we are looking at, new stuff that comes in, maybe moving it over to money because we're moving it over to cash because we don't know what's happening, So, all right, let's go ahead and jump in here. 1.43 million subscribers on YouTube. Of course, thank you to everybody that subscribes to the channel. We're at 717.8 thousand followers. I did want to point out our Secret Santa where we're giving away 5 ETH to 5 families who need help. If you want to send in submissions, stories about a deserving family, send those to secretsanta@bitboycrypto.com. We're actually starting to go through those today. We will be that will be ending on 12/15. And so, after that is over, we will be picking winners. Winners is not the right word. We're going to be picking the deserving families, and we're going to be, probably picking those by Friday. So we're going to do this very quick. We want them to make sure that they have, that they have time to get Christmas gifts or whatever they need with that money. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We're almost at 400K there. My personal Instagram. I really need to update my profile picture. That's a really old. I have no gray in my beard there. That's my 10-year-old when he was 4. So, 5,000 followers there. So, and guys, I did also want to point out our Femax contest. All you got to do is go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. Scroll down right here, click on this, and you guys can sign up. $750,000 prize pool. We are going to start trading again on the channel here in about 2 days when the contest starts. Right now, we're currently in 4th for number of people who have signed up. Really trying to get that up over 100. So if you guys could help us out, if you want to sign up for the contest, make sure to go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. Okay, so here we go. Guys, look at this. We're all the way down at $2.14 trillion in market cap. But the much more concerning thing is the volume is just so low. But I would say, remember, when this volume does get low, that's the easiest time to make it move big, right? Because there's not a lot you're competing with. Dominance 41.5%, Ethereum at 21%. It's going to cost you 48.5 Paraguays to send an Ethereum transaction. And we'll be looking at the charts here in a few moments. We do have some stuff to take a look at with that that's very interesting. So, Bitcoin 47.3 according to Coinbase, Ethereum $3,800, Binance Coin $530, Solana down to 158, Cardano at 125, XRP at 79 cents, Polkadot at 26. I mean, these numbers are pitiful. And I mean, guys, if we really, man, when we look at what's going on overall with the price of Bitcoin versus altcoins, man, I tell you what, if we were actually, in fact, at a place where 69,000 was the top, we never got an altcoin season. We never got a true altcoin season. We never saw anything outside of Shiba, Doge, Solana, Avalanche, maybe Polygon. Those are the only ones that even came close to approaching numbers we thought these things would approach. So I definitely don't think that is the facts. I don't think it is the top. But if it was, that would be really, really, really sad. So, and we're doing for Q&A today, we want newbie questions, correct?
Correct. Yeah, and I forgot to mention that newbie Q&A. So
if you have very simple, basic questions about crypto that you've wanted to know the answers to, drop those down below. We're going to try to do those in the Q&A section. Try to do those on Mondays. So, man, there sure are a lot of, I think I know what's going on. We got people in the chat today. So if you could be liberal with removals there from these people that are trolling and stuff. So, yeah, but anyways, that's what's going on with the markets. Let's check out what is going here. It's I know who it is. It's that group that's on the Femax trading competition. They come in when we do stuff like this. Ravane up 38%. It's the only coin outside of stable coins that's up today. Wow. Look at that. And it's up 33% for the week now, just at $1 billion in market cap at 86. I have been wanting to check and see what is the floor for the top 100. The top 100 here, we have, to get in the top 100, you need a market cap of almost $800 million. So I wonder what that was if we go back to the middle of 2019 coin market cap. Historical, there it is. Okay, let's look back here. Let's go to February of 2020. So right before the bear market really took off, or the bull market really took off. Let's just go back to the day after the March crash. Okay, golly, the market cap of Bitcoin was less than $100 billion. Less than $100 billion, the overall market cap of Bitcoin. But let's see what the top 100 was. To get in the top 100 in solar, you had to have a market of $41 million would get you in the top 100. $41 million would get you in the top 100.
Hmm.
Now, 800 million will not get you in the top 100. Shows you how far we moved in a very short period of time. And it's just interesting when you look here at some of these coins and how high they were. Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, EOS. What is Astorium? I've never even heard of that. Don't even know what that is. Binance Coin, Tezos. Let's see. Tag Z5, no idea what that is. Hedge Trade, haven't seen that one in a long time. Mindall, no idea what that is. Eno Coin, don't know what that is. Play Fuel, Bear Chain. What are they? I ain't heard of half of these. ZB token. It just shows you how fast things change in the top 100. So, and you look at some of these that were down low. Theta was at number 75. BitTorrent was at 84. So, very interesting. Engine was at 96.
Wow.
I bet you can come down here and find some gems down here for some stuff that really, really pumped that was low. Polygon was 127. Aave was 135. Yeah, that's nuts. This is one of my favorite things to do in crypto is go back and look at this, the historical from CoinMarketCap.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, all right, let's move on.
Let's do some Q&A. We've got some interesting noob questions. Some of them are a little broad, so I don't know how much detail you want to go into, but what is a blockchain was one of the ones I thought would be good to start with.
Yeah, a blockchain is an immutable ledger. Most of the time we're talking about decentralized chains, not necessarily centralized. You can have a centralized private blockchain, but a public blockchain is accessible by anyone. And it's an immutable ledger that it has all of the data and information stored on different points. I think that's probably the best way to explain it. What's really interesting, DJ, is when you get to these questions, the simplest questions are the hardest ones to explain.
Yeah, because they're so broad.
They are so broad. What is Bitcoin?
Right.
Like, that's another one that's like, no. What is a Bitcoin? That was a question somebody asked me in Texas. They're like, no, not what is Bitcoin. What is a Bitcoin? Explain to me what a Bitcoin is. And it's like really hard to do. But blockchain is a new technology. It's a way that we can do things faster, more secure, more private. Bitcoin was built on blockchain. Almost all cryptocurrencies are built on top of blockchain. You do have a few outliers. IOTA, for instance, is built on something called the Tangle, which is not technically blockchain. You have, what is another one? Holochain is built on another type of infrastructure. So you do have a few that are not on blockchain. But, really, if you think about the three highlights of these, kind of the blockchain trilemma, as we say, the things that they have the hardest time trying to solve, they're more secure, more private, and more scalable than other systems that we have. So,
yeah. Basically, it's a type of network architecture. Like he was saying, there's different ways to build a network. Blockchain is the one that most crypto projects are built on. And this one's another one that's pretty open-ended.
HBAR as well. Yeah, that's built on Hashgraph.
Yeah. This one here, very open-ended, very prevalent. A lot of people asking this right now with the major rise of NFTs. And this is a loaded question depending on which NFT you're talking about, but why are NFTs valuable?
NFTs are valuable because we've never really had a way to provide digital ownership for intellectual property. And that's really what you're looking. Now, that's kind of a base layer of NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at other types of digital ownership that's not intellectual property. You can have a deed to a house is an NFT one day, or your insurance could be an NFT one day. So those are not necessarily intellectual property. But right now, we're looking at collectibles. We're looking at art. We're looking at audio. We're looking at video. You guys know I was out there with Kevin Smith filming Clerks 3. And, he's very interested in the film side of NFTs. It's a way that you can actually have ownership. And let me give you a good, kind of example of this, why we need this, okay? So I have DirecTV. Yes, I have not cut the cable yet. I love DirecTV. I like having the NFL total, Sunday ticket. I like just being able to flip on the TV. I don't like going around to 17 different platforms trying to watch something, which I do sometimes, but sometimes I want to watch TV, right? So what I did one time is I told my kids, like, hey, we could get this movie. It was Boss Baby. Boss Baby was a movie. And they wanted to rent it. Well, for whatever reason, it wasn't available for rent. I had to buy it on DirecTV. It was $20, $19.99. Had to buy it. Well, what happened is after I bought that, I canceled my DirecTV and threatened to go to cable, basically, so they give me the better package again, give me the Sunday ticket for free again. And when I canceled it and they reactivated my DirecTV, it was like a new account. My movie was gone. They didn't actually own that movie. They let me rent it while I had the platform. Imagine one day when you buy the rights to a movie, and it doesn't matter what platform it comes out on, you have access to that. That's something that NFTs allow us to do. Fortnite, great example with skins. Your kids buy skins on Fortnite, they don't own those. You're renting them as long as you're on that game. If a new one comes out, you don't have those necessarily. You might, but if a different game comes out, you want to move that skin or that weapon over, you can't do it. There's no interoperability because you don't own those things. You're renting them while you play the game. And NFTs allow us to actually have real ownership over things we buy online. It's revolutionary.
Yeah. And we're just getting started.
Yeah.
A couple people mentioned this one here. Hey, Ben and TJ, I'm really worried about what Crypto Face said on his stream about ADA. He's saying it's basically the biggest scam in crypto. What's your take? Three people mentioned that question.
Yeah. Well, look, Crypto Face, he is really great at charting. He's really great in market analysis, but Crypto Face is not a lord of altcoins. He looks at charts and he bases stuff on that. I would say I don't even think Crypto Face really like kind of believes in the underlying ideas of crypto.
I disagree with that.
Well, he said it before. He said something similar to that before. He said, I'm just in it for the charts. I'm just in it for the gains. That was something he said when he was on my channel one time. So I don't think he necessarily cares. He doesn't care if Bitcoin goes up. He doesn't care if Bitcoin's adopted. He really is just in it for the charts. And that's fine. A lot of people are. A lot of people would say that. I think when it comes to Cardano, and I'm not throwing shade at CryptoFace. I love CryptoFace. He's one of my great friends. We hung out in Las Vegas. Well, my point here is this is a charts guy, okay? This is not a fundamental analysis guy. He's not going over news. He's not, he's not in the deepness of what happens with altcoins. Cardano is simply not a scam. To say that is to basically call any coin a scam. Look at the development it has. Look at all of the, it has followed its roadmap slowly, but it has followed its roadmap. To call Cardano a scam is very similar to calling Bitcoin a scam. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's a reason this coin has stayed in the top 10 for almost its entire life. There was a season in the bear market where it fell into the 20s, but this has been a consistent performing altcoin with a consistent community. And what do you need for a coin to succeed? You need tech, you need community. That's all that you need. And it has both those things. So to call, Cardano a scam, I think is, it's easy and it's popular to do right now. And I've got a feeling the reason that he said that is because the price is not performing. If the price were going well, he wouldn't have been saying that. So I'll love Crypto Face. No, not trying to throw shade at him. I'm just saying things he said on the channel before. The last time I said he said something similar, he said he didn't say it. So that's my recollection of the conversation.
Okay, real quick, what price does BTC have to drop to for you to consider it a bear market? I think we've said it before.
What price does it have to drop to?
Yeah.
Well, Carl says we're in a bear market now. Carl says that we are right now it may be another mini bear market like we saw over the summer. But he says we're in one now. So, and he's now starting to think we do have a lengthened cycle and it's going to be longer. And that's why we had that conversation I alluded to earlier. A bear market isn't a price point, it's a trend. And as of right now, since November, we're clearly on a downtrend. Like, there's really no question about that at this point, but it can bounce back really quickly. Here's what I want to take people back to. I want to take people back to February. You guys remember the end of January, beginning of February, when there wasn't a lot of bullish outlook on the market at that point. The price had dropped from 42,000 all the way down to the 30s. It was down at like 30. I think it actually went up to 45 at some point and then fell all the way back down to 34. And then you remember what happened? Tesla announced they bought $1 billion of Bitcoin. And you know what it did to the price? It shot it straight back up. So our hope is we get some kind of news event that pushes the price back up, because the charts right now are very bearish and do not look great. We basically have to get back above the 52,000. Now it's maybe $53,000 trend line of long-term support in order for things to be bullish. And we're just not there. I don't know if we're going to be there anytime soon without some kind of news event to move it up, but we certainly could have that. So somebody said, now XRP Master says now we have mini bear markets. Well, we did have a mini bear market in 2013, 2014, during that cycle. And I would certainly say what we experienced over August was a mini bear market as well. 2017, we did not have a mini bear market. It was just strictly a bear market, bull market, bear market. So, and some people would tell you in 2019, we had a mini bull market as well over the summer as the price went all the way up back to $14,000. So
it just that's the thing with bear bull. It all depends on what time frame you're looking at. If you zoom out enough, we've been in a bull market forever, but clearly if you push it in on certain time frames, there's been bull and bear trends, which I don't think anybody would argue with. So real quick, last couple questions, kind of yes, no on this. Is it necessary for Bitcoin to have a blow off top before altcoin season happens?
Yeah. That's the thing that pushes altcoin season.
Yeah,
is all the massive profits on Bitcoin.
And then last question, since we're in a bear market, not 100% confirmed in parentheses, what do you think XRP will do if a win was to come in January? I've long worried that this is what the SEC wants to get the settlement in a bear market. Can we still see a moon?
Well, it depends on how much in January it can still happen for sure. Because look, as long as we're at respectable price, XRP is still at a respectable price at 80 cents. It was down to, 20 cents. And I don't know what it bottomed out at in the bear market. Does anybody know what it bottomed out at in the bear market?
Not sure.
I think it went down to 16 cents or something, didn't it? In December of last year? Let me pull it up and look. Because honestly, I do not know. Do not recall. XRP. Look at the weekly. See where it went of last year.
16 in 2020 in March. That's the absolute. March 2020 would probably be the lowest.
Well, it went to 17.35, 17.35 cents after they announced the SEC lawsuit. And the bottom, yeah, you're right. The bottom was the pandemic, basically. Actually, it was a few days before the pandemic really began on the 12th. It was on March 9th. Or no. This is the weekly chart is what this is. Yeah, that's weird because you'd think that one would be lower. But anyways, the weekly, it got all the way down, to 10 cents. 10 cents on the weekly. So what were you looking at?
Just an aggregator, CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, CoinMarketCap. Yeah, on the actual chart, it went all the way down to 10 cents. So if this thing were to get back below 60 cents, I think we should be very concerned. Because look, if it goes down to 50 or 60 cents and all of a sudden the SEC lawsuit is over, like, oh joy, it pumps up to $2.
Right.
Maybe not even that much. The momentum to pump it is not there. So we have 12,357 viewers, 2,000 likes. Only 1 out of 6 people watching this video like this video. Let's try to get that number up to 2 out of 6 at least. Let's see if we can get up to 7,000 likes today. I think we can probably. So, real quick before we move on to the charts, do you want to mention this sponsored section of this video from Gamesta, the token launch auction, what you need to know. They will be holding a token launch auction from the 16th to the 19th of December on copperlaunch.com. We talked about this on the last live stream. Here are all the details you need in order to acquire the tokens. You guys can visit blog.gamesta.ai to get to get information on that. The token launch auctions are a specific configuration of balancers, liquidity, bootstrapping pools. There's price discovery, open and permissionless participation, fair distribution, and capital efficiency. It will be providing a fixed amount of tokens and a matching liquidity. Let's see here. We won't know the outcomes. parameters. Here's all the information. So it's on copperlaunch.com. The starting price is $1. The ending price, it says 4.3 cents. That sale duration is going to be 3 days from the 16th to the 19th. Hey, that's my anniversary. And here you go. So you can go to Copper Launch. You guys can go to the blog here, and you guys can get access to the page. Go check out games still launching on Copper Launch. I know we talked about this last week for sure.
Yep.
So if you're interested in that, there you go. That's how you do it. And last but not least, I did want to pull up our Pluto Alliance sale here. We have sold 5,600. We still got 4,400 left. This is over Tuesday. Tomorrow, I think it's over. So you have one more day if you want to, get Pluto Alliance. We're going to burn the rest after that happens, after the sale. So if you want to get access to that, it's got tons of utility. We've been talking about it on the channel a lot. Obviously, Pluto Alliance is our, baby NFT project. So to get the version 2, you got to go to v2.plutoalliance.com. All right, so let's go back to the Bitcoin chart here. And I do want to talk about something specific here. We are at 47.2 right now. We did drop down to 46. Let's see.
Seems to like to drop.
Chart.
Seems to like to drop right before the stream.
Yeah, they always like to do that. It went all the way down to 46.6. And I tell you what, you want to talk about disappointing. You get your double green dot formation here, which traditionally is played out on the daily chart, and we're just getting sideways action, and it sucks. Now, here's something to keep in mind. I was hoping for good news from the stock market today to push things back up. We got bad news from the stock market today, which pushed things back down. I'm hoping this candle here, this daily candle, does not end here. I'm hoping that some point during the day we get a reversal, and we're going to look at some pretty bullish things for Bitcoin here in a little bit. But NASDAQ now is only down a smidge. See, what happens is NASDAQ will launch down, and then it'll recover pretty quickly because it's just minimal numbers that it drops. And then Bitcoin, doesn't recover. So Corey says feeling defeated. Well, you know what? I understand. I understand feeling defeated today because I'm, at this point with this chart where nothing is working out the way it should be working out. Nothing is happening the way it should have been planned to happen. And it's very unfortunate, but there's still time. There's still hope. And here's what it boils down to. This should be your guiding question. Do you believe the market has peaked? Do you believe the market has peaked? If you believe the market has peaked and we will not see a new all-time high in the next year, you should sell all your crypto. Why would you not? Why would you not? If you think 69 was the top, we're going down much further. If 69 was the top, and in the next year we're not above 69K at any point, then we're going to go down to probably $10,000, maybe $15,000 at the tops. To get to a price point where we don't go below where we went in May, we got to go much higher. Bitcoin drops 85% in the bear market, 85% on average. Usually, I think anywhere between 80 to 89% that we've actually seen. With all of the deflatedness from not peaking out where we thought we would, if 69K was the top, you don't think it's dropping 80%? It is. It will drop 55% in 3 days over the summer. So yeah, it probably is. But I think that there's still nothing super worrisome at this point, but things are kind of shaping up that it could be bad. It definitely could be bad if things don't bounce back pretty quickly. We really need a news event, in my opinion. But what I want to show you guys is this. So back in June, we had this guy, Kevin Svensson. How many followers does he have? Does he have a lot of followers? 70,000. Pretty good guy. Pretty good numbers. 3 peaks in a domed house. This is a pattern here. George Lindsay's idealized 3 peaks in the domed house. And you can see it goes 3 peaks, a bear trap, a first floor, a bull trap, and then a plunge. Okay. Now, it's very interesting when you look at what he was doing here over the summer. This was done in, it looks like about June or July. I think the tweet's from June, if I remember correctly. we showed the 3 peaks, and then he showed the basement, okay? What's interesting is there's a new tweet going around about this from Yori, Crypto Yori. He's got 17.5 thousand followers. Oh, he follows me. How about that? What a nice guy. I'll follow him back. How about that? Okay. You'll look here, and it's the same thing. It shows here, but look, we had this bear trap play out exactly like it showed, and now we are on what would be considered to be the first floor. Does this lead us to the same pattern? Now, we've seen this on lots of charts over the years. I think the NASDAQ played out to this over a long period of time. There's been several charts that have played out just like this. And this is what we're looking for. This is what we've been talking about the whole time. This is the pattern that we've been expecting. We haven't got it yet. Now, we're still, it looks like maybe near, in the same range here, but it's playing out. We've got only, it looks like about 10 days to start this pump. It seems, according to this chart. Now, it's not exactly correct. I mean, it could go 11 or 12 or 20 or 2, whatever it is. But the point here is this is played out. We saw it in June. Now moving towards where we're at now in December. Are we ready for this? And yes, this is taking longer than we thought it was going to take. We're 100% sure. But, still believing that, things are coming. So, basically, oh man, I wish I could read this right now. I don't have time to read that right now. But the point is, hopefully this is what we see. I want to know in the comments, do you guys think we'll see that? Because let's look at some super bullish stuff here. Number of addresses sending Bitcoin to exchanges hit 1-year low. So what is that indicative of? Is Bitcoin struggles to trade above 50K? The number of Bitcoin addresses sending Bitcoin to exchanges hit a new 13-month low. Sending funds to exchanges recorded in the last 13 months show a low on November 24th, 2021. So here we have the price in the background that is the lighter color. Then we have the orange number, which is, indicative of people sending money to exchanges. Now, check this out. Look at the last time it was this low. What happened? Boom, price explosion. The price of Bitcoin when that happened was about $12,000. $12,000. Now look where we're at, 5 times higher. So, it's very interesting that we got this giant dump here. And this to me, I mean, if you go back and you look at May and you look at this, I mean, these are extreme price manipulations. And when you look here, we know what these patterns were because we were covering this back then. These were the miners. These were the miners, dumping Bitcoin in massive amounts. And what we usually see is when we have these gigantic drops, we have gigantic crashes. And that's what we've had. But this is pretty much an equilibrium number to where now you talk about liquidating over leveraged trades. Well, this is kind of the same idea, right? Is people are the weak hands are moving the money they're going to move. And weak hands just means people that are selling is all that means. Okay. Once you get to this equilibrium point, now you finally have things to a price where people, are comfortable holding. Bitcoin exchange outflows resume as stock markets get over Fed jitters. So now the exchange outflows are moving. Basically, what this article is saying, people were panic selling last week. Monster bull move means whales could secure the next Bitcoin price surge. New findings from on-chain analytics firm CryptoQuant show derivatives investors leading the way when it comes to bullish bets on Bitcoin. The second half of November produced a marked uptick in the buy-sell ratio on major derivatives trading platform Deribit, and for contributing analyst Cole Garner, this is a sure sign that price action will react positively in the near term. It says, I recently discovered the ratio of market buys and sells of perpetuals on Deribit. On Deribit Exchange is a SIC leading indicator. This is a 30-day WMA. Strong bullish trends in the metric had preceded every strong bullish price trend of this bull, and it just printed monster bull move. Exchange reserves more broadly are now at 4-year lows, meaning exchanges have less Bitcoin on their books than at any time since the old all-time highs of 2020 and 2017. So,
20,000.
what's that?
Price of 20,000 in 2017.
What'd I say?
2020 instead of
Oh,
2017.
20,000. Sorry, I was already looking at the next thing.
Yeah.
So, is this true? Are we getting a major... Now, look, remember, we just looked at this chart, major monster bull move every time this kind of trading action has, in the past, the on-chain metrics, it's indicated a massive move. We've got this larger context of the 3 peaks in the domed house that we could be looking at. And yeah, so people are saying I look stressed today. Do I feel stressed today?
No, I think it's good. I mean, it's tough to watch the price go this. Like, no, it never feels good to watch the price range and then go down and then range and then go down and range and range and range. It seems like what you were saying
Thank
this
you,
morning
Shannon.
feels like
You're sure.
forever. But when we look at the on-chain stuff, that's where the hopium comes in, because it looks fairly bullish when you look at the on-chain stuff, but just doesn't feel bullish. So I think we were talking this morning, a lot of times it feels the worst right before a big move. So hopefully it's a big move to the upside.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. It's going to be to the upside. I think, look, here's the thing, guys.
Oh, it's because you have a dark shirt on, somebody said.
Oh, is that why? Is that why it's depressing? Because I'm wearing a dark shirt.
Yeah.
If I open up some buttons, maybe would this please the audience? Would this please the audience?
Rob said he 10x'd his gray hairs after getting into crypto.
I tell you what, we're certainly having conversations here about what ifs, right? But both TJ and I still feel the same way it felt all year.
Yep.
We both feel, look, we were having these what if conversations in July also. We were having these what if conversations. What if it doesn't bounce back in July?
Mhm.
You know what it did?
Bounce
Bounced back in July. What if it doesn't run up in December? You know what happens? It's still possibly going to bounce up in December. I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still not leaning in the direction that we don't move up. I know a lot of the charter people are really bearish, and I've been telling you guys for a long time that I think that the charters are going to be in over their heads here very soon, as Bitcoin's going to make some monster moves that are not on the charts, and that's really what we're banking on. Somebody says I need to bring back Cupid.
I saw that too.
Bring back Cupid.
Hey, maybe Valentine's Day we'll get BitBoy Cupid.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if I could read this. Basically, what's going on right now is a lot of the retail investors are moving. The institutions have kind of moved their protection for over the weekend. Such a move would and I tell you what is very. Let me just read this to you guys. Let me just read it to you. One could speculate that it's almost as if someone told the institutional crypto trading to back off for a few days to allow the retail investors to become more involved. It's just speculation. Before anything significant happens price-wise, such a move would certainly cause the volume to plummet, but on a positive note, may cause the retail involvement to grow a little first. Some short-term price volatility could occur in the process, especially with the stock markets down. Of course, more weak hands will come into play as always and move the price lower than it would have gone. Always speculating, but believing everything occurs for a reason. I think that makes a lot of sense when you look at the volume. Basically, the premise here is that institutions have moved backwards to lower the volume. Why would they do that? Well, I've told you guys a lot. People always will say volume is a giant indicator of what's happening, but the volume comes in spikes. And it's much easier to spike the volume when the volume's low, right? So we'll see what happens here. It is definitely very interesting. You heard Elon Musk is buying the Atlanta Falcons over my dead body. Over my dead body. He'll have to kill me, which he may. All right, let's move on to the person of the year. Elon Musk is Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2020, 2021, whatever it is. Elon Musk has been named the Time Magazine Person of the Year for pumping and dumping. He's a player in robots and solar, crypto and climate, brain computer implants to stave off the menace of artificial intelligence.
Oh, wow.
And underground tunnels to move people and freight at super speeds.
Wait, I like that. Wait, hold on. Brain computer implants to stave off the menace of artificial intelligence. Seems like that's going to be what brings in artificial intelligence.
You would think, wouldn't you? This guy, he's a snake oil salesman. That's what I think he is. After Tesla dropped $500 million into Bitcoin last February, he famously U-turned on the flagship crypto. Musk took to Twitter to announce Tesla's policy reversal, which crashed the prices. We know what happened there. When he's not raising awareness over Bitcoin's impact on the environment or tweeting about Doge, Musk has weighed in on other big topics in the crypto space. In September, the old Muskrat said the U.S. government should do nothing when it comes to regulating crypto. He took aim at the Chinese government for its crackdown on crypto. He'll probably be punished for that. He is a lackey for them. Yeah, this guy is so good at making you think he's doing amazing things.
Apparently the actual article's out and he said Doge is better than Bitcoin.
Doge is better than Bitcoin. I mean, how unbelievably stupid are the people that worship this guy? I can't for the life of me. He's never actually created anything, right? He steals ideas that are already in action from other people. Most people believe. Don't you think, TJ, that if we went on the street and asked most people who created Tesla, they would say him?
Yes, absolutely. He's a good market. He buys.
He's a great.
Products and
He's great at getting attention.
Yeah, he buys companies and markets them.
He basically is Gary V on the highest level.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying Gary V's a scammer like Elon Musk. I'm definitely not saying that.
No, he just kind of hacked culture a little bit to stay on top of the. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like Gary V's talking about like trading cards and NFTs and flipping stuff. Elon Musk is talking about like going to space and making robots and, just a higher level. And he's doing it with,
different audience.
Yeah. I don't want to say a higher level with people who've already made it, I guess, or people who are just interesting. So, look, I'm definitely not jealous of Elon Musk. I mean, he does have enough money to buy a football team, so I would be jealous of that. But I just don't like him. I hate false bravado. I hate it. I hate when people are disingenuous. I hate when people are intellectually dishonest. And everything he says is that. And that's what drives me the craziest. And one thing I hate more than anything is when someone is intellectually dishonest, when someone is just outright lying about things, manipulating people, and you know that they don't actually believe the things that they're saying. Mm-hmm. And yet somehow they're coming off as authentic. And that's what drives me crazy about Elon Musk, because many people believe he is this maverick and he is this great inventor and he's all this stuff, and he's not. And so I hate that. I hate that. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. He is, he is what he is. But I don't like the stuff he said about crypto, of course. He nonstop, FUDs Bitcoin when he wants. He manipulates prices. And he's proud of that stuff. So anyways, I don't like him. I did like him at one point because I was in that group of people that thought all those things until I saw the light. So, all right, Sushiswap jumps 10% after top Avalanche developer proposes takeover. Although Sushi has seen an exodus of developers and talents in the past months, the broader community isn't losing hope. How many, by the way, how many viewers do we have right now?
About 14,000. 3,600 likes.
14,000. And how many likes you said?
3,620.
3,620. I believe we can definitely get this to 7,000 likes. I would like to see this get 7,000 likes today if we can make it happen.
Let's go.
All you got to do is hit if you're watching on live chat, watch on mobile, X out of the live chat, hit the like button, come back. Is the number one thing you can do as a BitSquad member. The number one thing that you can do in order to help out the community and have more people see about crypto is like these videos.
Doesn't work anymore. Battery's dead.
Battery's dead.
That's why it's a question mark box.
Don't make it a question. Just answer the call. Hit the like button. Okay. All right. Back to sushi. Sushi tokens jumped as much as 10% in early European hours to 619 from a low of 530. Move came shortly after Danielle Sestagli, a top application developer on Layer 1 blockchain Avalanche, proposed joining the platform in a post on the project's government forum. Sushi's expansion and growth have been nonstop. It's time to give Sushi additional resources and autonomy to continue and better define its mandate and governance during a time when it needs it the most. Sushiswap is bedeviled by a number of internal crises that are blurry to outsiders. Let's see. Sestagli is behind Wonderland, treasury-backed currency protocol, and Abracadabra, platform that provides collateral-based on yield-bearing assets deposited by users. Spell Time and Mim, 3 tokens associated with the 2 projects, have a combined market cap of $5.9 billion. Proposes Sushi, making Sushi a part of the multi-billion Abracadabra and Wonderland ecosystem. Now, buoyed by the latter's strong community that brands itself as Frog Nation. Why is Wonderland Frog Nation?
I don't know.
I don't understand. How does that make sense? Is there a frog in Alice in Wonderland?
No, maybe, but not a substantial one that I can think of.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what's a good show, by the way. Everybody has seen Squid Games, not the rug pull project, the show. Everybody likes Squid Games. It's good. There's another show I watched called Alice in Borderland. Excellent. It's Japanese, I believe. I think kind of similar in a lot of ways, but very different. Finished that one over the weekend. Just want to give it a shout out. That was a great show. Really enjoyed it. Okay, so here's what's interesting to me about this proposal here about Avalanche. It says Avalanche proposes a takeover. So what would happen to Sushi on other chains if Avalanche took it over? Still keep it running?
An Avalanche dev is proposing taking over development, I think is what
Taking over the development.
So he's talking about moving
but adapting it to Avalanche.
I assume, but that's, they're not necessarily talking. It's just a guy from Avalanche that's been very successful with a lot of different projects talking about switching over to Sushi is the way I understood it.
Yeah.
Because they had some issues. I know there was a story about, the Sushi developers, they got a big bonus, which was interesting, but none of them were holding Sushi, the token, which seems, I guess maybe they do it for the sense of, not wanting to have an incentive or a bias in the project. But most of the time, that's the way developers get rewarded through bonus. Rather than getting a big giant bonus, they just hold a little bit of the token. And if the project does well, they get rewarded. But I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very interested to see because it was Sam Bankman-Fried that pretty much saved Sushi in the beginning. You know about that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so basically in the beginning, Sushi had a guy, I think his name was the Chef. There was an anonymous developer behind it, and I think he basically rug pulled the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember all this.
And then Sam Bankman-Fried came over and took it over and funded the whole thing, so people didn't lose money. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. Sushi was really the beginning of the food projects.
Yeah, and then he came back and was trying to give him back or something. That was interesting. I remember all that.
Sushi.
It was the Chef.
Protocol
Chef something.
Founder. Let's see. I think it was the Chef.
Chef was definitely in his name.
Chef Nomi.
Yeah.
Here it is. 0x Mackie is often credited as one of the founders of Sushiswap. He helped restore normalcy to the protocol earlier in 2020 when Chef Nomi attempted a rug pull by withdrawing over 13 million over the network. I think he sent it back.
He did. And he tried to replace it all and say it was really strange.
Yeah. And let's see. I think. Well, look, if you search this, the first thing that comes up is Sam Bankman-Fried. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Wow. I haven't seen this before. Have you? Where it's not an autocomplete. It's total different searches related to that search. Is this new on Google or am I crazy?
No, I feel like I've seen that before.
I feel like I haven't seen that.
It might be newer.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's jump on over to Solana. Speaking of Sam Bankman-Fried, reportedly hit by DDoS attack but network remains online. I mean, this Solana, I tell you what. The Solana blockchain has reportedly suffered another DDoS attack that temporarily clogged the network. However, the network appeared to remain online. Do you know one of my favorite songs from the 90s?
What's that?
Mo Money, Mo Problems.
Right.
I really enjoy it. You know that song?
Yeah.
They played that song. I was at a cool kid's birthday party the last day of the 8th grade. I don't know how I loopholed into getting to go, but there I was with all the cool kids in the school. The kids I didn't even know existed in the school. They were so cool because they were so above my social level at the time in the 8th grade. I'm just always a regular guy, you know? And man, they were playing Mo Money, Mo Problems at that. And I had never heard it before. And I was like, oh my gosh, the song is so good. Of course, I knew Mace. I really liked Mace that time. And, you know, it really explains kind of the thing about Ethereum, right? Like Ethereum needs to have a song like Mo Transactions, Mo Problems. And Solana, this is the thing we've been talking about forever. A lot of these chains have not been stress tested.
Exactly.
They haven't been stress tested.
Actually, I wonder, there was a story on that today. I don't know if they put it in there about Joseph Lubin talking about how the high fees on Ethereum are a metric for success because they have a lot of network load. Yeah.
Yeah. When Ethereum's going up in price, the gas fees are going up. So, yeah, rip Biggie Smalls for sure. Yeah, I didn't know Puff Daddy was in. That was back when he was Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy and the fam, no one do it better. That's what they used to say. Really love that No Way Out album. That was really good. So I think that you know, this is something that Solana is starting to see is that it's not as easy as they thought it was going to be. It wouldn't be the first time Solana suffered this issue. CoinTelEye reporting in September, they suffered a 17-hour outage due to mass botting. The latest DDoS attack was highlighted by Solana NFT platform Block Asset on Thursday. We're aware tokens are taking a long time to distribute. The Solana chain is being overloaded with DDoS attacks, which have clogged the network, causing delays. It's funny, like sometimes on this channel we get troll attacks, like people that come in and just say a bunch of negative stuff one day, probably from that one Discord group, which they're in here today. But the thing is that imagine being a chain and all your attacks are on your chain. You know, like really DDoS attacks are equivalent to like trolling for social media people. You know, it's like you're going in there and you're just trying to attack it. Why? For the sake of attacking it. You're not really going to accomplish anything. Now, sometimes you will find a big exploit, which is a different story. These DDoS attacks just trying to bring the chain down. Here's a question. Are these coming from people that are, you know, other or like Ethereum developers, like, let me go DDoS attack Solana.
Yeah,
Right now.
I wonder
You think that
about
happens?
I wonder about that sometimes too, like where the highest incentive is for these DDoS attacks on different chains. Like, does it make sense for like I don't see it doesn't necessarily other than Ethereum, like other chains, it doesn't really isn't much upside in like, oh, this chain's having a hard time. That's gonna make ours more valuable. It doesn't really work that way.
No.
But if it's maybe a major investor that's trying to FUD, you know, like somebody who's trying to get the price to drop so they can accumulate more or something like that, there's definitely something from an investing standpoint. You fund a DDoS, spread some FUD, and then accumulate at a really good price and then let it run. You know, I don't know. That's an interesting theory to see who's doing this
I
and
never really
why.
thought about that before, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, you see the Cardano haters go to all the people that
Yep.
talk about Cardano and constantly FUD it.
Mhm.
Similar, this is like kind of more tangible FUD in a way, I guess. So, what is Bitcoin holding up at right now, by the way? We got to check on that. 40, it's back at 47.6. Okay. I mean, get back over 48. It won't feel like it's really done too much. I think the frustrating thing is every time it hits 50, it just goes back down.
It is.
You know?
It's turned into a resistance instead of support, which is
Yeah.
not good.
No, it's troubling. E-commerce giant Amazon wax blockchain-based fractional trading card market. It's interesting because didn't the SEC say that fractionalized NFTs are not what they want?
They did, and I've seen more stories about fractionalized NFTs today than any other day. I saw about 6 about different fractionalized NFTs. That's being the big thing for 2022. But I think this is something they're going to come down hard on.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Let's see here. Platform built on top of Wax allows users to purchase and sell fractions of collectible trading cards. Just recently, reports disclosed that the online marketplace Amazon is invested in the trading card platform Dibs. Thrilled to announce that Amazon entered the collectible space by investing in Dibs.io, real-time fractional card market using Wax VIRL. I don't know how I feel about this, man.
What?
Imagine if you just had the corner of the case. It's a bad 8% to own.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you feel like?
See, this is.
I don't know. Is this interesting? Like,
No.
is this something people are going to want to do?
No. But this
You
is
don't think
the
so?
interesting thing about NFTs is nobody's going to know until they try. So fractionalized NFTs will be a big thing. It's very relevant technology, but trying to apply it to a collectible, I think is ridiculous. Because like you said, who wants 8% of a card? It's dumb.
People want to
But
do fractionalized car ownership.
right, but say it's a
It's
high
crazy.
rise that's getting built in Buckhead, and you said, "Hey, do you want to have a little fractional ownership in this
For sure.
development?"
Yeah.
You know, it's a $200 million development. You can put in 200 grand and get an X percentage. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. That's something that's kind of interesting, but we're really far from that happening.
Fractionalized real estate.
Yeah, it'll happen, but it's just going to take time.
Back.
But in the meantime, they're going to play with all these applications of fractionalized NFTs to kind of test and figure things out. And people are like, okay, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. Oh, hey, this one's kind of interesting. And then it'll stick. So
Thank you for that super chat, Vo Williams. Shannon says, it'll be like Voltron. You need all the cats to make the robot, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one.
but that's something to keep in mind with NFTs
Yeah.
in general, though. Like we're in the discovery phase of what can be done with them. And we're going to see a lot of iterations, some
Yeah.
good and some kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, we are based in Atlanta. Somebody asked that question. We always rep the A.
A-town.
Always rep the A. They say peace up.
A-town
A-town,
town.
no.
Yeah.
That's what they say. You like to put the thumb through to make it look like a little A?
I don't really do that.
How far
but
do you put the thumb?
I just flip my hand over.
Oh, you just piece up A-town down. I like
Yeah.
to flip the thumb.
Yeah.
That's how I go. Thanks, Ursher. Dibs was founded in 2020. This is interesting. Their investors are Chris Paul, Channing Frye, DeAndre Hopkins, Kevin Love, Chris Bryant, Skylar Diggins. So very interested. They introduced a marketplace called Sell with Dibs. CEO noted that the cards are not the only focus of a startup they're concentrating on, and the firm is considering moving into other avenues. Cards are one thing we do, but it can be much bigger than cards. So this is probably going to be a way for them to do that.
Yeah.
But, the SEC, I mean, we were talking about it a second ago, the SEC did come out about NFTs, and they did say that their problem with fractionalizing NFTs is that they're almost becoming securities at that point.
You're selling a share of something with a hope of future return. It's not
Yeah.
a good look.
Not a good look.
But the most interesting thing about that story, I would say, is the fact that Amazon is messing with this stuff.
Yeah. Amazon behind it, and it's not been publicized yet.
Right.
Or has it? Because here it is.
Yeah.
It's public now. Please pay DZ and Chainlink from Julio U.
Oh, that's a joke because he was talking about buying himself 2 Chainlink on Friday because it's payday.
Oh. Buying 2 Chainlinks?
Yeah, that's the joke.
I mean, Chainlink's what, $25 now? You buy 2, you get $50 a Chainlink. That's pretty funny. Can he afford that out of one paycheck?
I think so.
Questionable. Gamer hate. Thank you, Craig Tilbury, for that super chat. Ubisoft's new NFT project video gets 90% dislike
96.
ratio. 96%.
I don't understand these gamers.
They're mad at crypto for the gaming cards,
for the
or video cards.
graphics cards. Yeah, the prices.
They've been angry about that forever, and they stay angry about it.
This is so inevitable. You can't fight this, guys. Just let it happen.
How silly is that?
Yeah.
Well, when a lot of gamers, like we see the glamorous gamers. You know what I mean? We see the ones on Twitch that make all the money, that have these immaculate setups and stuff like that. We see the gamer girls on TikTok. We see their setups. See all this stuff. These people are making good money. They're doing well. They can afford this stuff. But I mean, I guess if you're just an average gamer, like, how much are these gaming or video cards now? Like $800?
Thousands.
Thousands?
Depends on what kind you want.
Thousands.
They're expensive.
And you really got it to be on the highest level. You really got to be able to, have those graphics cards, or else you won't be able. It affects the speed of your game. Correct?
Well, yeah, your frame rate, all that. So RTX 3080, $1,500.
1,500.
Yeah,
you said?
For one graphics card.
That's a lot. Or they used to be like 200, right?
Yeah, like $200-300. Yeah, when Brian and I were building our rigs, we were buying a lot of cards for 150, $200.
Yeah. Now, speaking of games, we're talking about getting our own esports team,
Yeah, that's something I'm pretty excited about.
professional esports team.
We're gonna be
We're gonna have our own.
launching. Yep, we're
Hit
gonna have
Squad.
Hit
Right?
Squad
name we want.
Esports. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So,
So
if you like to play video games, stay tuned.
yeah, don't email us yet, but
Yeah.
we'll
Don't
reach
email
out.
us yet. Don't email us yet. But we are talking about that by the end of the year or beginning of next year. We're gonna have a plan for that. So
2022 is the year of gaming.
yeah, so that's right, gamers. Don't hate on crypto. Crypto might provide you the opportunity to be able to play video games
To make
for a
more
living.
money playing video games than you ever imagined. Thanks, crypto.
And you get to hang out with me sometimes.
So don't 96% dislike videos that are going
That's
into
right.
crypto. Come on, guys.
Yeah, how many likes do we have?
We have 5,000.
Well, let's get this to 9,600 likes. I know it's a
Okay.
high goal,
That is a high goal.
but
Let's do
if
it.
that got a 96% dislike ratio, this could get 9,600 likes to show gamers in solidarity. 'Cause I know at least 70% of the people that watch this channel are gamers.
Mhm.
Put a poll up. Let's ask how many are gamers. I think it'll be probably 70-30. Just a guess. Okay, so Ubisoft unveiled the beta launch of Quartz on a YouTube video.
We
had-
know the basement's gonna have gamers.
Yeah, we know they're all gamers. 214,000 views. It's about integrating NFTs and blockchain technology into Ghost Recon Breakpoint. The video currently shows 1,400 likes and 3,700 dislikes, which is a dislike ratio of 96%. Now, if you didn't know, YouTube recently changed its policy to hide the number of dislikes a video has on its platform. However, the number can still be accessed through Google Chrome extensions. Oh man, you got to be really sick in the head to want to see your dislikes. You really have to. One of the top comments on the video from user Operator Drewski currently has 2,600 likes with 0 dislikes and blasts Ubisoft's NFT project as a quick cash grab as opposed to improving the overall gaming experience. How stupid. How unbelievably stupid to think that this is a cash grab of a new technology integrating into a game. Like, I understand NFTs can certainly be called a cash grab at certain points. I understand that a lot of them have that rep, especially if they have no utility. But all games are going to use NFTs in the future. All games are. So really, they're breaking the seal here. So you got to give them credit for that.
For sure. And I think part of this is due to their reputation because they do have a bit of a reputation for going back to the well too many times versus creating something new, which I think is kind of what they're saying here. Like, it's the same game, you just added, blockchain technology, which obviously to us, we know is groundbreaking. But for Ubisoft, if they've released it, Ghost Recon, it'd be like Ghost Recon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now this is Ghost Recon 11. They're like, meh, make a new game. But so I can see it from that point, but I agree with you 100%. They do not understand the value and why this is relevant and different.
I tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see a BitBoy playable character on the next Mortal Kombat. That's what I want to see. Acclaim. Isn't that who makes that Acclaim? That's the people that make Mortal Kombat, I think. Is that a gaming company, Acclaim?
I have no idea.
That's in my brain from watching Mortal Kombat intros. Maybe that's not right.
Spell it?
I think so. Who makes Mortal Kombat? Let's just Google that.
It starts with an A, but I think it's like I don't know how to spell it. Oh, it says Warner Brothers.
Midway Games. Midway? I'm trying to see what they say over here. They said that my character would be one of the tallest characters on the game. That's actually 100% true.
So I'd
see that.
Acclaim is the logo they show a lot. I recognize that.
Acclaim?
Yeah, that's 2 C's. They kind of look like a K.
Yeah. So
They
there we
do-
go, guys. BitBoy playable character. Not me, the BitBoy character.
Right.
I'm not BitBoy. I know you all call me BitBoy, but I'm not BitBoy is his own character. Does his own thing.
So it's
BitBoy
about-
Cupid skin on Mortal Kombat. 51 to 49?
on YouTube, 90% on Twitch.
That is so fascinating. Now, I think, like, do you play video games at all? That would probably been a better way to quit. Because
Versus a
technically a
gamer.
gamer is someone who plays video games at all.
Yeah.
Like, over a year period, you might play a game.
Right.
That's what the world considers, like, when they're doing statistics from stuff that I've seen.
Hmm.
You don't have to be a hardcore gamer where you come home every day and play. But do you ever play video games? Do you ever play phone games? You ever play phone games? You play phone games, You're a gamer. Most of y'all are playing Angry Birds. Don't lie to me. Or Candy Crush.
That's an old one.
My character would lose consistently. BitBoy would be a first-round opponent. Man, screw y'all. Man, I'll put a blockchain right through your neck. Okay.
Blockchain.
Okay. All right. Last story. XRP whales accumulated 190 million coins in the last 3 months. This is a story we didn't cover last week, but I mentioned here. With the global correction of the crypto markets, numerous networks went through a strong correction on the market. While some traders took losses and moved on, whales have been actively accumulating and increasing their positions with a discount. According to a chart of holdings on addresses with more than 1 million coins, whales have added more than 6% to their previous holdings. And guys, let's track this. What are the last 3 months? Let's see if we go back. It's December, November, October. Where does that mean they start accumulating these? Middle of September. I stand by that information still to this day. It just didn't happen, but I stand by it was correct. The new accumulation trend began in September. Look at that. Here it is right in the article. With a number of wallets holding from 1 to 10 million coins on the network reached 5.8%. Currently, whales are accountable for 6.1% of all moves. If XRP is a security listed on U.S. exchanges, says that the Bitfury CEO said that the other day. A lot of interesting stuff going on right now with XRP. God, this should have been our title here. XRP to $37,500. Do you think it can get there, TJ?
I was gonna say send that one right to Pump.
Have you read the story?
No, but I mean, what time frame?
No, listen to the story, and it'll make more sense to you because it's not saying the market cap will get there. They're saying, who is Eleanor Tourette? She is a journalist and producer for Fox Business. She says, we've received terms by Valhill Capital for the Fed to purchase XRP from participating token holders.
What?
They include ESDRs, which stands for special drawing rights, valued at $37,500 per token. Reserved rights to receive airdrops to the XRPL, complete debt forgiveness, and a tax break for the token holders and descendants.
Whoa.
So I'm just saying it's looking like we about to be billionaires.
So they're talking about using basically the XRP ledger for special drawing rights?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and I guess they'd have to buy all the tokens to do it. What is 1 million times 37,500?
Well, it's not saying the token.
They're valued.
The ESDRs.
To purchase XRP from participating holders, they include ESDRs valued at $37,500. You get an SDR valued at $37,500 per token.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean each XRP will be valued at that.
I'm not sure what it means, but it's not happening one way or the other.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that is what it's saying. I don't know if that is what it's saying, TJ. What would you get then? You just get all you're paying $37,500, but where is what are they purchasing it for?
So
I think the implication is they're purchasing it for $37,500 each. And I think that's the implication here because you're talking about two separate ideas. This is one idea. For the Fed to purchase XRP from token holders,
period.
Right. They include
ESDRs
valued at $37,500 per token.
Reserved rights to receive airdrops.
Ben is right. They mean each XRP token. Thanks. It's decided. Cody Sackett set us straight there.
So basically, those ESDRs are reserved rights to receive airdrops on XRPL. That's what it says.
Right. But you're getting one valued at $37,500 per token.
Correct. But those aren't XRP tokens. They're ESDR tokens. You know, they're to get airdrops on that ledger. So
yeah, William Pierce says this is not written correctly at all.
It's definitely not. But it seems like that's what central banks are going to have to purchase in order to participate in the network, in order to receive airdrops from bigger central banks. It's like this is the way they will, basically the way special drawing rights work right now. You have to have them to get access and liquidity to the things that the central banks are doling out. Right now, they're not airdropping them, they're just sending it. But if you have these, what are they called? ESDRs, then you'll be able to receive that XRP airdrop or whatever airdrop from the Fed, supposedly. Interesting. I don't know if it's not. Is it real?
But you're still getting 37,500 per token. Like the SDR is worth that much.
Yes.
Per token.
Per token. And you need one to get the airdrop. So I think each each central bank is going to need one in order to participate.
Yeah, I don't think
a lot of
this is
XRP
happening
in
at
addition.
all.
Yeah,
but
I was going to say.
I'm very curious who this is. Ball Hill Capital. We create value for epic companies and ideas.
Oh wow, that sounds legit.
Yeah, this sounds totally legit. They got 2,500 followers. They're from Texas. Well, they're in the news. They did it. They did it. Oh, they're brand new too. They just started right in October.
Oh,
joined October. No, it says joined October 2020. Yeah, I guess. Is that? Look at this. It says they launched October 19th, 2020, and then they made their first tweet 1 year later, exactly to the day.
It's wild.
Well, 18,000% year over year.
The most interesting thing about this, regardless if it happens or not, is the fact that XRP is in discussion to be facilitating the SDRs. And if that's how they're going to be doing airdrops in the future of digital, whether it's USDC or other.
Crypto Face is in the chat now.
What? Oh,
Crypto Face is in the chat. He's coming. He's about to come for my neck.
Yeah. Get him, Face.
Well, let's hurry and get off the show before Crypto Face comes at my neck.
Yeah.
We can go at it on around the blockchain one time. All right, guys. Well, listen. It's been a good show today. Price of Bitcoin right now, latest watch is at 47.5, still right about there. So I do think that, the market's not looking too great right now, but we'll see what happens. Definitely still got hope that this thing is going to go up. And that's all I got for today. Be blessed. Good boy out.